Hi, I'm Ryan Ashker. Thanks for tuning in the restaurant show this week. Some great food lined up, so keep it locked in right here to CW57.
Welcome back to the restaurant show. Joining us now, one of my favorites from Nonno's Ristorante Italiano. We have Juan. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Great. I'm so glad to have you. And we're definitely going to talk about this beautiful lineup of wine at some point here. But first, I want to talk about your pizza. You have outstanding pizza.
Yes, we do.
So one of the most popular ones, is it more popular? This
is one of our most popular ones. I think what's a really good combination is we have the prosciutto, which is a really Italian ingredient for the Italian cuisine.
Pizza prosciutto.
Pizza
it's
prosciutto.
Even fun to say.
Yeah.
That one I can pronounce.
That one you can pronounce.
Pizza prosciutto. So that's wonderful. And what do you think makes it so special? It is very Italian to have the prosciutto.
Prosciutto. I don't think that very many people would see that combination. And prosciutto, it's really popular, and having it on pizza makes it even better. So to that we add arugula and we have some Parmesan cheese on it too.
Beautiful.
It goes really well. We drizzle some olive oil.
Yes.
What else can you ask for?
What else can you ask for?
Yeah.
And it makes for a very pretty pizza too, because it's sort of a little, I don't know, a little presentation. It's a little work
presentation,
of art.
yes.
It's beautiful. So now this is maybe a silly question, but let's talk a little bit about what prosciutto is.
Well, prosciutto, it's cured ham.
Okay.
And there's people who think that it's like prosciutto cotto, which is just regular ham.
Right.
And because they both have prosciutto, people think they're the same thing, but no, they're two different things. Yeah.
Okay. And prosciutto traditionally is very thinly sliced.
Yes.
Right? I mean, and it sometimes it takes one of those fine machines to get the.
You need a slicer to get it to come out nice and thinly sliced.
Right. So don't do this at home. Don't try this at home, folks. You need a very thin slicer, and it's amazing how thin it gets. But that's what makes it taste so good, because it has a lot of flavor. So you don't need thick pieces of prosciutto.
No, because then it overtakes the flavor of everything else. I mean, you have a thin crust pizza, you want to be able to sample to try the cheese and everything else with it. So.
Yes, we like to try the cheese.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And all of the ingredients that you use are so delicious. I so enjoy dining in your restaurant. Yeah. And let's talk a little bit about all of the wines. You have a beautiful bar also at your place. So it's a great place to go and have happy hour and sit and have a drink before you have dinner. Not that I know from experience or anything like that now, but it really is. It's truly beautiful. And you have a lovely selection.
We have a lovely selection.
So talk to us about that.
Some of these wines are not on our wine list. We're starting to do a special on wines. We're starting to do this on Mondays and Tuesdays.
Okay.
It's a $16 bottle of wine. You could come in with a friend, enjoy a nice bottle of wine. And these are just the beginning samples that we're doing. We're going to be switching the wines every week, so we're going to be adding different wines. We don't have these wines on our wine list. We want to keep it different and see how we do.
Excellent. So that's kind of fun. So you can kind of change them out, and then when we come in to visit, we might discover some new wines.
Some new ones,
that we haven't tried yet. Well, I like that a lot. So that's fantastic. And then we have to mention this beautiful dish that is sitting over here.
Yeah.
Tell me about this.
Well, these are called profiteroles. They're Italian cream puffs.
Okay.
We like to get some chocolate sauce on them to get them to be really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anytime you add chocolate, you're not going to hurt my feelings.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And look at the beautiful sliced strawberries there. So make room for dessert, right?
Yeah,
Leave room for dessert.
Room for dessert.
Absolutely. Yeah. Even if you don't have room, it's okay. Have it anyway.
Yeah. And remember, we don't only have this. We have cannolis, we have tiramisu, we have spumoni ice cream. And
tiramisu.
And tiramisu is really
Those
good.
are my favorite. Yeah.
Yeah, and you know, we might be doing some dessert specials. Last week we had a saqueto de chocolato. It was a chocolate box.
Ooh.
They had Sauvignon sauce. Then he had some wild berries. They had strawberries, bananas, and it was really good with strawberry sauce on it. It was really good.
Yes.
I was planning on bringing it over, but maybe for next week.
It's a teaser, right? You get people to watch next time, or just to go see it and try it.
Yeah.
So I see how you're smart. No, I'm just teasing you. So all kinds of great desserts, and I've never had anything at your restaurant that hasn't been just absolutely outstanding. So kudos to you guys. And I want to talk about do you have anything coming up in particular, any events coming up or anything going on? You have a very big space, and I know you guys, do you do any delivery or anything like that?
We do delivery. Well, we're affiliated with a company that's called Straight to Your Door. If I'm not mistaken, it used to be Straight to Your Door. It's Mr. Delivery now. What they do is you place the order through them. You go on their website. We get the food ready. They come and pick it up, and they bring it to your door.
So you actually can get it delivery.
We can
through Mr. Delivery.
Mr. Delivery. Yeah.
Very cool. So that's great. And then if you have such a big space, and people can utilize this space in your restaurant for their own events, right?
Yes.
So if you wanted to, what's an example of something that they might rent a space for?
We really don't charge anything for renting the space. As long as if you're coming in with a group, we just make everything available for you.
That's even better.
The room sits about 40 people. You can, again, there's no charge for renting the space. It's just a matter of confirming the number of people that might be coming in.
Well, that sounds fantastic. So we can just call you up and let you
us
know
up,
we've
and if
got
it's available.
a big group coming in, and that's wonderful. And it's a very nice ambiance there at the restaurant. So, and you guys do a great lunch menu as well, which I enjoy. So,
thank you.
Juan, thank you so much for sharing this with us from Nonno's Ristorante Italiano. I just like saying it that way. And this is a great pizza. Got to try the prosciutto pizza. Absolutely outstanding. They're over on Whitney Way, and we'll have you back.
Thank you.
Stick around. We'll be right back with more Restaurant Show.
Hello and welcome back to the Restaurant Show. Right now, I'm very excited to be joined by my good friend Joe from the Club Tavern. Joe, how are you doing today?
Wonderful. How are you?
Not bad at all. Thanks for joining us. We have some exciting stuff, and we gotta get to this because I've never seen a burger with a crater in it.
Absolutely. Yeah.
What is that for?
We're going to stuff it. We're going to fill it full of all kinds of goodies.
Stuffed burger. Sounds good. I'm sold already.
All right. We start out, we take some yellow onion and caramelize. So just cook it down on low and slow. In the meantime, we take a jalapeno, add a little bit of butter, salt, and pepper, and we throw it in a 500-degree oven until it starts to complain. So we're going to blister the jalapeno. What that's going to do is it's going to bring out some of the full flavor of the jalapeno, and it's going to pull back just slightly on the spice. It's still going to be spicy, it's just not going to have that straightforward bite.
Okay.
And everything else we're doing with this burger is going to be pretty spicy, so we want a well-rounded spice. We just don't want to kill people with heat.
All right.
So
you got some flavor, not just a kick in the stomach.
Absolutely.
All right.
Full flavor all the way across the board. So we take a 8-ounce portion of our beef, hand patted, never frozen. We take our pepper jack cheese, jalapenos and caramelized onions, right into the well that we made.
Oh, wow. And you guys use any specific kind of beef for these?
We do an 80-20,
right.
So 20% fat, 80% lean beef. And the big thing is that it's hand patted and never frozen. So nice quality ingredients, nice and fresh. You see the well helps us out there. We take a nice flattened piece, get to know it a little bit, seal the ends in.
Wow, that's a monster patty.
And then a little bit of seasoning and it's ready for the grill.
Okay.
So Cajun stuffed burger. Of course, we're going to get some Cajun seasoning on it. Again, layering the spice so that we're not just killing people with heat. That goes on the grill. And a little Cajun seasoning on the other side.
Sure.
And then we grill that to 165 degrees. So we cook it through, because with the stuffed, you want to make sure that the internal temperature gets hot enough so they're not getting anybody sick.
So everything's good to eat. Okay.
Absolutely. Then that goes on the grill. We cook that to about medium well. We take some roasted bell peppers and more pepper jack cheese. That goes on top of the burger.
Oh, wow.
Start with the bun. Then it gets the habanero aioli, which we have right here, that we make in-house.
Habanero aioli. Okay. Can you tell us a bit more about that?
Absolutely. Now, Cajun cuisine, it's the roots are French culinary techniques, and then it's onion, celery, peppers, and of course a lot of seafood, but we're going with the beef for this one. So, we have our chipotle peppers, black pepper, cayenne pepper, granulated garlic, white pepper, Tabasco, and Cajun seasoning. We take all of these things in about a quart of water. We get them on the range on low, bring it to a boil and let that simmer for about a half an hour. Let everybody get to know each other. And then, oh, forgot, these little babies, the habaneros.
All right.
Okay, so those all just simmer for about half an hour until the habaneros get nice and soft. We put it in the food processor and puree it, and then we get left with that.
And you get that.
That's also one of our wing sauces. So we take the habanero sauce and heavy-duty mayonnaise, mix that together. We have our habanero aioli.
Wow.
And then it's sauce, meat, cheese, bell peppers, and of course, loaded potato salad, mixed vegetables, side choice, pickle spear, and a Hershey bar.
It's a lot of food.
Yeah.
Not gonna go home hungry after that one.
Not at all.
That looks absolutely fantastic. I'm really excited to try that. That's a big burger too. Speaking of big food, this guy here, a Reuben.
Yeah.
Club Tavern Reuben. Tell us a little bit about that.
It's a double-decker style Reuben. Slow roasted corned beef, sauerkraut, Thousand Island dressing, Swiss cheese, and a really good marble rye. Take our bread very seriously. We do a lot of sandwiches. So we only go with the actual bread. There's no air inserted. It's not Wonder Bread. It's the good stuff.
So, and speaking of the bread, how does bread hold up that?
Well, it's because we actually go through an Italian bread company.
Okay.
So the reason I got sold on this bread, I was at a food show and I had a sample of burger buns in my hand. And the representative of this company made me hold on to his burger bun and made me hold on to somebody else's burger bun, like I'm gonna make you do.
Hold on to this burger bun.
And he took some water.
All right.
All right, so I want you to just let me know when you start feeling water coming through the bun. Now we have a burger, we have sauce, we have vegetables, we have juice from the burger, especially if you're going mid-rare.
There.
Right there. So we went through almost a cup of water just in the top bun.
Wow.
Now we're doing 2 cups of sandwich between the bread. So basically your entire sandwich can disintegrate into the bread and you still have the bread holding together for you to eat your sandwich.
That's really impressive to do that.
Yeah.
And I swear that's the first time I've ever held Joe's Buns on television. And we got some great things going on. We know obviously Badger season's coming up once we get through summer. A lot of other really cool events. Club Tavern kind of goes on the road. You don't just have to stop at the corner of Branch University in Middleton. Where are some of the places you guys are going to be out and about this summer where we can see you?
Well, starting this weekend actually, you can come to the corner of Branch and University and we'll be grilling out. We're going to have a burger and brat stand just outside of the tavern, so you can stop, get a $4 cheeseburger, a $3 brat, and chips, soda, everything. So it's just a quick stop. You don't actually have to come in and spend the afternoon getting lunch. You just stop in.
All right.
We're also going to be celebrating 4th of July in Monona. We'll set up a couple of food booths on the 3rd and the 4th at Winnequa Park. And all Badger home games, we also set up our food booth right outside of Camp Randall on the corner of Regent and Monroe. Yeah,
right across the street from Camp Randall. You can't miss them. It's a game day staple for me if you're out there. So Monona for 4th of July, fireworks, everything, stop up there. There's some great Club Tavern food, so you can get that. Or the Bratton Burger Stand, going to be right outside of the bar, corner of Branch University in Middleton. So a lot of great things going on with Club Tavern. Also be sure to mention Tuesday night, taco night.
Taco Tuesday, and if you're wearing a Club Tavern t-shirt or a Madison Blaze t-shirt, all your drinks are half price.
And then Wing Wednesday.
Wing Wednesday, 50-cent wings, 75-cent shorties.
Can't go wrong with that. I know I'll be there every Wednesday. Hope to see you guys there too. Joe, thank you so much for joining us here today.
It was a pleasure.
Club Tavern, Corner Branch University in Middleton. Go get one of these insanely big sandwiches and go home full and then probably take a nap. We'll be right back with more of the restaurant show after this. Hello and welcome back to the restaurant show. Right now I'm very excited to be joined by Joe Perkins, his first time here from Cold Fusion over in Middleton. Joe, thanks for joining us here today.
No problem, thanks for having me.
So tell us a little bit about it. It looks like we have some fantastic food lined up right now. The Bourbon Street Medley you said was going to be the first thing we're going to look at.
Right, it's an item I've had on a menu for 19 years. Wherever
Okay.
I've worked, I've came up with it in 1996 at a brew pub in Virginia, so it's something that I'm very familiar with, something I'm used to making. It's like old hat. I can do it, and I can actually make it in 3 minutes on a stove at the restaurant. So we pair it with different things. It's all about fusion, about blending different flavors together. We start with jumbo shrimp. There's 16 to 20 shrimp, okay? And then we put a seasoned chicken breast that we grill and andouille sausage in with it. So you still have that Cajun flavor with it. It's based on New Orleans, Bourbon Street flavors, things like that. So what we do is we'll saute the shrimp with Cajun seasoning on it with olive oil, okay? Then we'll add the chicken breast and the andouille after the shrimp is about 3/4 done, so we don't overcook any of it, because it's the pre-made things here, so we're ready to go. In a restaurant setting, you want to have that, okay? We'll toss that all together, and then we'll reheat our pasta in a pasta steamer. Okay, for restaurants. At home, you'll have this ready, so you just mix it in at the end. All right, and then we throw our Alfredo sauce in with it, and everybody's like, well, it's not really Cajun. Well, when you throw the Cajun seasoning with it, plus the andouille sausage and the chicken, it's got a lot of Cajun flavor in it. You don't want to just overwhelm it with Cajun. Cajun's supposed to be the accent of it, but not the main star. You want the chicken, shrimp, and sausage all to go together.
So with the Cajun seasoning and usually the andouille has a little bit of kick to it, would that be something that might be maybe too spicy for people that don't like spicy food?
No, because whenever you cook anything that's supposed to be spicy, you don't want your spice to hit your tongue. You want to hit the back of your throat. Okay, because once it hits your tongue, then you have no taste buds.
All right.
It's just a flavor accent to it. That's why you don't add too much to the sauce itself, because it's going to blend with everything else in the flavors, and the pasta will cool down the spice as well, because it's not a spicy thing. It's just it's pasta. So you mix it all with the creamy Alfredo sauce, mix it all together, and then you have a great dish.
All right.
Top it with Parmesan cheese, and we serve it with bread.
I gotta come visit to try this, because the andouille sausage is fantastic. Anything you work with shrimp and chicken, like everything on there is gonna work together. That just sounds absolutely fantastic.
Thank you.
And you said you've been doing that for 19 years.
19 years, 1996.
And you're working on your third restaurant
Third
right
restaurant.
now.
Third restaurant.
You're located in Platteville.
Platteville.
Then
Middleton
is open, and you're working on one in McFarland now,
McFarland.
correct?
We hope to be open by Friday. That's our target date. So,
Wow.
Yep.
So you got, in our area, you got 2, or down in Platteville, 3 chances to check them out, and it looks like absolutely fantastic food. We still have some time, and I noticed you brought one of my favorites along, mussels. Tell us a little bit about what you do with this.
All right, these are mussels. They're about a 30 to 40 count, depending on the size. I pre-blanched them because you want your mussels to be open.
Okay.
If they're not open, don't eat them. Okay, that means they're bad. Okay, but you're not going to get in any setting, most of your seafood, you're going to have 1 or 2 shells that do not open. Okay, with our mussels, how we do this is we take it and we steam the mussels. You can steam them at home, believe it or not, in the microwave with a Ziploc bag, vent it, put about a cup of water in with it for 3 minutes, and it's the same way of doing it on the stove. And so you don't have to deal with being in the restaurant setting and have a pasta steamer or a water steamer with it. So, and then we put the white wine in first. I use a Grigio or a Riesling, depends on what I have available at the time, because they're sweeter. Because we put in fresh garlic, of course, with the white wine, add fresh tarragon. That tarragon is very sweet. You can use dry if you want. It's not that big a difference, except with the fresh, of course, more pungent. You get more of the flavor of it. Get that heated. Add about 4 ounces of our Alfredo sauce. I used to do a yogurt sauce, and I found it was too tart. So I was like, how can I calm this down a little bit? So I just took our Alfredo and mixed it with white wine instead. And it's still got the yogurt flavor, but it's not so tart that people don't want to eat it.
And Alfredo's a really good sauce with any sort of protein you put with it.
Exactly. It's got that nice creamy base to it, so it's more of a soup type thing when you're done with it. But when you have this and then you toss your mussels with it in your pan, put it in your bowl, I put it with 3 pieces of bread at the restaurant, but you can do whatever you want. I use non-Indian flatbread, you can use croutons. It's just that soup at the bottom. Once you eat the mussels, you have all that nice tasty sauce at the bottom to dip the bread in. So it pairs very well. We sell a lot of those at the restaurant. This, of course, is our #1 pasta seller, but this here is our #1 appetizer seller.
Okay, so you got an appetizer and an entree along, and this would be a really nice night out for a couple people. Big servings too.
Yes, they are. If you leave my restaurant hungry, I haven't done my job.
All right. And then you're going to be a part of Ribfest this year, correct?
We're actually promoting our own Ribfest this year. We're looking at doing August 8th. We're trying to get that approved through the town of Dunn down in McFarland where we're at.
Okay.
Because down there we have a softball field. All right. And we're going to utilize that for special events and things of that nature. We're going to try to get 30 teams from restaurants around the city come down and compete. There'll be cash prizes, everything like that. And I won't compete because I like to judge them. I love ribs, so I'd like to eat other people's ribs. I know what mine tastes like.
Sure.
So, it's going to be a nice event for a lot of people, for me to get to know a lot of people too in the area that I haven't met. 'Cause like most restaurant owners, we don't get out a lot. So
if you're looking for judges, Joe, you and I are going to become pretty
well,
quick friends.
we're looking for 2 right now. We're looking for 2 judges. So.
So tell us a little bit more about Cold Fusion. What are some of the daily specials that you guys have that some of our viewers might be able to check out?
Well, in both places, we do our wings on Monday, which everybody's like, well, it's a wing special. Well, we do a jumbo wing. It's the whole wing.
Oh,
it's not, it's segments. They're off 6-pound chickens, so these things are huge.
Big wing special.
And they're 75 cents each. We have 3 different sauces. You get dipping sauce and carrots and stuff like that with it. So Tuesdays in Platteville, we do sushi. Haven't broached that here yet. I'm not quite ready for it.
All right.
Wednesdays, here we do kids eat free. So anybody under 12 and under can come and eat free. We don't have a lot of fried items on our menu. It's like 6 total, so everything we have is fresh. We're a 90% scratch restaurant.
Wow.
Yeah. Thursday is kids eat free in Platteville. Friday's fish fry, of course. But
gotta do fish fry.
my fish is a little different, and it took people in Middleton about a month to get used to it. I do tilapia. I don't do cod. I do something a little bit different, a little bit bigger flatfish. It's a nice beer batter to it, and Saturday is prime rib. It's just a typical Wisconsin staple. We just do nice prime rib, slow roasted, of course, for 3 or 4 hours. And Sunday's prime rib sandwiches, because if I have any left over,
there you go. Put it
that's
in
what we use. But we haven't had any left over in a while, so it's just.
Could imagine. That's a good goal. I love the idea of the tilapia. That's one of my favorite. That sounds absolutely fantastic.
Something a little different. A little different. I'm a fusion chef, so I'm trying not to do the same thing everybody else does.
Sounds great. Joe, thank you very much for joining us here today.
Appreciate it.
Joe Perkins out of Cold Fusion, 2 locations in our area, 3 total if you're down by Platteville as well. Be sure to check them out in Middleton, McFarland, and Platteville. We'll be right back with more of the restaurant show after this. Thanks for tuning into the restaurant show today. Hopefully you found a couple new places you guys might want to try out on your own. Want to thank all of our friends that stopped by and some of the great food that we had. It's the restaurant show right here on CW57. So you can eat the best, forget the rest.